Good day everyone, I am John Axel Dagong Sir Nicola and this is my video presentation. The Ant and the Grasshopper. One warm sunny day, a grasshopper was bounding through the fields. He was happy and sang a song as he jumped. As he got tired, he decided to lay down on a warm rock in the sunshine and watch the clouds. Just then, an ant passed by, working very hard to carry an ear of corn to his nest. The grasshopper was so enjoying his day that he called out to the ant, "Hey, why are you working so hard? It's a beautiful day. Come, enjoy the sunshine with me." The ant called back, "We need to store food for the winter. In not so many days, it will be cold, and we will be hungry." The grasshopper thought it was silly. "Why, there's a plenty of food," he cried. He went back to lazing in the sunshine. The ant shook his head and went back to work. The next day, it was again sunny, and the grasshopper decided to visit the riverside. He bounded from leaf to leaf over the crisp, cool water, not a care in the world. Once again, he saw the ant pass by. This time, the ant was carrying a large leaf. The grasshopper called out again, "Hello, friend. Why are you working so hard again today? Come sit in the shade and enjoy the sound of the river." Once again, the ant refused. "These pretty days are not so many, grasshopper. Soon, the cold will come. We must be ready." The ant returned to his work. On the third day, when the grasshopper awoke, the sun was not shining. It was not warm. Winter had come overnight, and the ground was frozen and covered with snow. The grasshopper shivered as he looked for food, and he found nothing. He walked for hours through the snow, searching for food and shelter. As he walked, he passed the ants' nest. Inside, he saw the ants warm and happy, and sharing a delicious-looking meal. It was then he understood that the ant was right all along. Not all days are sunny. The ant turned then and saw the grasshopper freezing and hungry. He felt pity for the poor grasshopper. "Come, friend," he called. "There is room here, and there is food. I've saved enough for many seasons. Come in and eat." The grasshopper was welcomed into ants' home, and the ants' preparation kept the ants, his family, and the grasshopper warm and fed the whole winter long. The ant in the story is a classic example of importance of taking preparation seriously. Instead of using a beautiful summer day to play, he's looking forward to a winter day when he won't have access to the food that is available during the summer. By working instead of playing like the grasshopper, he's putting thoughts and diligence into preparing for hard times ahead. Some version of the story says that the ant was toiling, which means he was working really hard at his task. The grasshopper, on the other hand, is merely chirping, singing, and lazing about. He has no regard for the future or what he might need to do to prepare for it. So you may not be thinking about retirement right now, but there's a good lesson to be learned in this story about saving for a rainy day, even though it's not raining in your life right now. Think about it. You're likely young and have your entire life ahead of you, but one day you're going to be unable to work and will need to have some things put back to live on. Without saving for winter, while you're still able, you will get to the point of your life and be unprepared. Do you know anyone who is procrastinates and puts off work in favor of doing things that are more fun? Maybe you have a big project due at school, but instead of focusing on it, you decided to take a day off. Then, when the project comes due, you're not really prepared or feeling your most confident. The ant and the grasshopper teaches us about putting work before play, because it is important to do the things you need to do before the things you want to. I can relate to this story because sometimes I give more importance to what I want to do than what I have to do, especially when I was still a high school student. I prepared to play on my cell phone first before studying, and I regret what I did because I got the lowest score in the exam. So these are the 5 vocabulary words that I saw in the story. The first one is bounding, which means walk or run with leaping strides. Example: as she walked across the field, a deer came bounding out of the forest on the hill. The second one is pass. It means move or cause to move in a specified direction. Example: the morning passed in a pleasant way and soon it was time to leave. The third one is called, which means cry out someone in order to summon them or attract their attention. Example: the doctor called today to see if my condition had improved with the medication. The fourth one is preparation, which means something done to get ready for an event or undertaking. Example: the festival involves a lot of preparation. The last one is fed. Fed is defined as to have given someone food in the past. Example: the boy had fed the dog before he departed for school. I hope you learned something from this video. Once again, I am Jana Sildagom Sir Nicola. Thank you and